Yo, welcome back to more Monogatari second season, Nadeko Medusa, part 1. I'm fucking ready. We got a new arc in Nadeko. Dude, we barely seen like any Nadeko and just kind of like Monogatari as a whole, because we had her arc back in Bake, and we saw her like at the very beginning of Nise, and that's it. So, shit, I'm looking forward to this, and from what y'all have been saying on Patreon, apparently this is going to be really fucking good. I mean, for y'all to say that in this season, you know, Monogatari's second season, where everything has been really fucking good so far, that gets me very interested. So I'm fucking ready. But last arc, incredible. And thank y'all for sharing your thoughts on Patreon as well. Very much appreciated. Orange with the timeline as always, very much appreciated. That definitely helps put things into the right places for me, especially going into this next arc, but we'll get to that. So yes, Hachikuji being the overarching thing for Araragi in that arc, how it started, you know, with conversation with Ononoki, and you know, the question, you know, coming full circle at the end, and you know, being the whole like driving reason how he went to the past and saved her, but the result of that was just so unexpected, how it connected to Shinobu and her feelings, like things we didn't even know, like from back then. We had no idea she was feeling like that back then in Bakemonogatari, and like what she was intending to do, she was never found. And just the effect it had on her, like Araragi dying, and you know what that did to her, and how she destroyed the world, and leading up to the confrontation when they met her in this world X, and the head pat is just, oh my god, it was so fucking good. I'm so glad that Nisio Isin included Shinobu within that arc, because it was just absolutely insane. Like I even mentioned last episode, like what am I even doing commentary over this? Like this is so incredible just to watch. Like what do I add to this? It's just so good. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed by this season, because it just feels like the culmination of just everything we've seen in all these Monogatari series so far, and it's just Nisio Isin is just pulling out all the stops. He just threw time travel in and it worked. Who does that? Who the fuck does that? Like, incredible. I also want to shout out y'all comments from Patreon. Thank you so much. And also those of you on YouTube who comment whenever that episode drops publicly as well. Much appreciated. But yeah, Blaze Patreon saying like how it reminded him how like the, you know, the quiet, relaxed laughter before you know, before they confront Kishot and they summon her, and between Shinobu and Araragi, and you know, that easygoing comfort between them, how it reminded him of like early in Kizu 3, you know, the conversation on the rooftop between Kishot and Araragi, and talking about her first minion and her sword. Like that was, yeah, for sure, because thinking about that was definitely reminiscent of that. And those moments between them, like even though they're, you know, not so frequent, it's nice to see that, especially in, you know, understanding Shinobu's feelings that we've learned about, like that she was gonna do all this, you know, if Araragi didn't find her, like holy shit, and you know, her trying to kill herself and not being able to succeed. Like it's just a really fucking depressing road that she took, and for Kishot of World X to be faced with the alternative right in front of her, which is that you know, Shinobu and Araragi, and yes, and what Blaze also said, like the head pats, because that was the big thing. Because remember back in Bake, her anti-head pat helmet, I remember that she got at the end of Neko Monogatari Black, and that she wore throughout Bake, and she still had that on like up till she ran away. So her asking for that was just the most like direct like expression of her regrets, and just the ultimate just wholesome request, like coming full circle from that. Because like Nitinol said, like her first order to her minion was a head pat, so it's only fitting that was her last request as well. Ooh, fucking beautiful, man. God damn. Yeah, that was awesome, and the way it ended was perfect as well, with just Hachikuji reaffirming that, you know, though this road was one where she died and became a ghost and didn't get to see her mom, it's also one where she met Araragi and she's derived a lot of joy from that, and she's clearly stuck around because of it. So hey, you can't fucking argue with that, and which I appreciate, because you know, it's like the life thing. Like, go along the road, you keep going, bad things happen, but Like, because when you think of like the context of time travel too, just like the butterfly effect of things, like the most amazing thing that could ever happen to you could be just as a result of you going through these horrible things, and eventually you could get to a point. Now granted, I'm of course a firm believer that you can make your own destiny. Yeah, I just really appreciate that. And I'm glad that it ended on that note, you know, just after him finally asking the question and going to that. So yeah, that was fucking awesome. Amazing arc. Also, Thorfinn on Patreon saying how, because that's true, early in the last arc, Araragi crying blood meeting Hanakawa was like a really funny thing, but both Shinobu's crying blood in their confrontation was really fucking sad. And he says typical Nisio Isuin. Yeah, that's actually pretty dope. I didn't even think of that. That was in the same arc, because before it was like, yeah, it was really funny, and then it was like, holy shit. Crazy context, right? Also, again, a few of y'all have been saying this arc is gonna be really fucking good. You know, every arc I'm sure is gonna be really fucking good, but this next arc is apparently gonna be going into it expecting more just good Monogatari, and whatever it gives me, I'm fucking ready, man. So, but okay, a couple more things. Nadeko. I don't think this was really addressed in Nisei Monogatari. Because, you know, in dealing with Kaiki, we of course dealt with kind of like the aftermath of him continuing his fucking cons, and, you know, understanding that he was the one who was doing these charms for these middle schoolers. And but when it comes to Nadeko and, you know, what happened between Araragi, you know, saving her, like, there was the two Jagiri Nawas. And when Araragi, and thank you Orange, when you painted out the timeline, you give some descriptors as well, because yeah, when he was doing that, he also tried to save the other person who cast the Jagiri Nawa, the one that was, you know, that returned to curse its owner. As he saved Nadeko, burned the one that was on her, the other one got off, and then it returned to whoever cast it. Now, because I mean, just what we've seen from Kaiki, we're like, oh, so like, did it return to Kaiki? But it didn't seem that way, so there's maybe more to it than that. So, but again, it'll be interesting to see how this arc is going to frame itself. Or are we going to get more of Araragi? Are we going to go from Nadeko's perspective? Because again, like, the way it's kind of been going so far, in a very cool way, we're like filling in the gaps of like what's kind of happened. Like, as everything in reference, because I'm using the big reference of like how things played out in Hanakawa's arc, and oh, it's so brilliant, it's so fucking brilliant how it did not take away from any of her development in that arc and how it went for her, but also just setting up everything going on in the background with Araragi and everybody, like Miss Guyan and Episode being hired, and Araragi asking Kamaru to the cram school, and then saving Hanakawa at the end. But also, like, I think a day from now, like currently, from when Araragi returns, because it's still like the 21st when he returns, right, to Hachikuji. I think the next day, again, Orange, shout out to your timeline, you know, he sends the text, the misspelled text, remember, like, so clearly being in some trouble there. There's still a lot more that needs to happen, like his connection with Shinobu being severed. Like, what the fuck? There's still so many blanks to fill in. But I can't wait to see, because I have no doubt that it's gonna give more of that. But also, you know, the timeline of this might be in a different place as well. So we'll see. I have no doubt it's all gonna connect very nicely as we progress through all these arcs, and I just can't wait. So enough talk. Let's go. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. A lot of information. (2010). Hmm. Body and soul quickly tire. Look at this sad just shot of her just describing herself. Hmm. Okay. Wait, where is she? What's up with her hair? Whoa. Hello apparition. Under a shrine, eh? Think we know the shrine. Like Koyomi? I mean, probably. That's true. Yeah, humans are super dynamic like that. And that's definitely been a theme in the show. It's real. Oh, Tim. Whoa. What the fuck? I wanted him to come chase me. I wanted him to save me. Yo. Wait, what? I'm here to kill you. Wait, she wants him to kill her. Wait, what the fuck? Whoa, the healing. Right, wait, because of his connection with Shinobu being severed, right? His healing would be off. One who put her in such a bad condition. What the fuck? The fangs you dude, what the fuck happened? Oh my god, she has Medusa hair. I feel like I just jumped in the middle of this arc. Hmm. Yo. They're fighting? Oh, there's Shinobu. Ascended. Huh. God damn. Snake hair girl now. Dude, how did it come to this? I guess she's the one who fucked him up like this, but... Oh, man. And also the fact that Araragi himself said he's come to kill her, like, holy fuck. And your meal. Oh my god. How the... Whoa, how the fuck did it come to this? In Shinobu's position? Oh my god. Yo. 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 That's what I want to know. And I bet she's powerful as fuck too. Oh my god, look at her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh. Yo. 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 Why indeed? What the fuck? You gonna tell me now? No? Straight to the opening? Okay. What the fuck? Alright, there's the Nautical I remember. Whoa. Her laughing, like panning around. That's crazy. Whoa. Huh. There's a lot of things going on in this song. Huh. 'Cause I'm trying to pay attention visually as well. I hear like that distant like guitar in my right ear, and the strings in the back are kind of like weirdly contrast with the beats going on. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's like really interesting. Doki Doki. Okay. Huh. Cool opening. That song was really interesting to me. I'm sorry? Oh. Okay, alright. Well, let's keep that in our memory banks, I guess. Kuchinawa. Who? Am I forgetting someone? Huh. Always depressed going to school. Whoa. Oh, shit, yes. Okay. Right. And that was her arc in Bake. Wait, is that Ogi? Whoa. Okay, alright. You should, Okay, never mind. I thought she nailed it. Nope. Holy fuck. Uh, whoa. Why are your sleeves like that? Why is your shirt so big? You avoided her very nicely. Hmm. Well, she cares. And also, yeah, she knows her. But she doesn't, Nadeko doesn't know her. Uh, yeah, how did you know that? Did this out of order, huh? You fucked up. Why are you looking for Hachikuji? Are you following the people Araragi is close to? Still don't know why Oshi knows your name, if it's relevant or if it's just a coincidence. Huh. Of course, yeah, it's through Araragi that you know. Interesting. Not a kobai, a kohai. I got you. Huh. Huh. Oh. Oh, okay, there you go. Thank you for confirming that. Huh. Alright, no wonder you're a weirdo. Okay, there, alright, I got you. Interesting. Yep, you've nailed it. A pure victim. Hmm. I mean, judging from the intro we've seen. Hmm. Too tough a question right now. I'm assuming not, from what we've seen. Sure. Hmm. I can't tell if we're not quite meta, but it's like she's very interesting. I think Ogi is just read very deep and accurately into this. All right, thanks for setting the tone, Ogi. See you around. Goddamn. As if time was stolen from me. It's kind of like a victim outlook too, as well. I think they did that to drive that home. So that didn't make her late. Whoa. Wait, she saw it there. Hmm. Interesting. Because from what we saw, it's like she becomes an apparition. Like almost like Hanekawa becoming Black Hanekawa. Hmm. I mean, yeah, there you go. Fucking Kayaki. Sure win. Okay, they've never met. Please, please give me some backstory there. Hmm. Yeah, because we're getting into that now. She's self-aware about that. Hmm. Her perspective is like interesting with the whole victim conversation. It was quite the scheme. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, from just kids. Like, how much are you gonna make? Right. Hmm. Right, and we saw that. Wow, that is a problem. Hmm. It exasperated all these middle school problems. You revealed all that. Goddamn. If you found out what people truly thought of you in as vulnerable a time as middle school, shit. I know that would have fucked me up. The magic charms that we heard about. Huh. Everyone's just a figure. Hmm. Holy shit, dude. She's seeing like images of snakes. I mean, I know how close she was with the Jagiri Nawa, but it's been since taken from her. I mean, we saw the talking apparition snake in the intro. Was that the Jagiri Nawa? But I don't know. It does seem different, but I don't know. I'm glad she called Araragi. Okay, yeah, no constricting, just images. I'm having some weird deja vu right now. Hmm. Okay, this evening then. Sure. Huh. It's a very human thing. He would be quite the help. Right. Yeah. That's true. Shinobu's outfit was different in the intro as well, right? True, she heard a lot. He talked her ear off, for better or worse. 10 p.m. Oh. Hmm. So we're getting into these personal feelings. It's a good excuse to see him, even though it is probably serious. Hmm. I just apologize to get it over with. That was a bad thing to do. Well, there's something relatable about this overthinking self-awareness she has about being a victim, about saying sorry and how that was a bad thing to do. Oh my god. It's also really sad too. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if you would talk about that, but have reasons befitting them. I don't know why this would. It could be related to her feelings, but I don't know. Oh, you're already talking. What is this song? Hmm. No self awareness. She's like averting her eyes, it seems like. I feel like that's happening again. Oh dear. That's a lot. Put those in your hair. Oh my god. Do not go there. What you've been stomping on to keep living. Have I gone insane? No victims, only wrongdoers. Hmm. That ritual there. Huh. Yo. You. God damn. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Don't do that. I was like, whoa. Because I remember she did the ritual before, like chopping them up before at the shrine. But, oh my god. Hmm. Will it go like that this time around? Holy shit. So that's what caused this? I know it made the Jagirinawa situation worse, but it also... Oh my god. Whoa! Kuchinawa is you. My partner. Have you atone? Whoa. How? Atone for chopping the snakes? Yeah, what do you want? Apparition? Hmm. Mass murder. Wrongdoer. Hmm. A favor, huh? Okay. Hmm. Yeah. For killing all those snakes. Huh. Save me. What? These favors. I don't like this. The ending that we saw. Even if you knew. Even if you knew. Still would have nodded yes. God damn. Holy shit. Oh, what's about to happen here? Yo, the fact that she's like narrating this. Oh my god. Okay. What a setup. What is this visual now? Oh, that's her. Whoa. Eyes down. All the snakes looking up. Oh, there she is. Just descending, it looks like. Because we kind of have the loneliness thing with her, too. Like, we don't see her parents. Like, everyone at school is just kind of like. She feels disconnected from them, too. How, when she was talking about everyone's feelings were revealed, but also just the superficial kindness there. Or superficial peace. Like how they were just all kind of blobs of silhouettes. It is interestingly different from Araragi, who doesn't even see like anyone else there. Okay, great setup to this arc, man. That was, I mean, for them to start off with seemingly the end of what it's going to be, or at least towards the end, this fight to the death she's gonna have with Araragi, and I think even more surprising is Araragi being resolved to kill her, to have Shinobu eat her. I don't know if at that point he like sees it as the only way to save her, or is to have her killed. Like at that point, if she's just that much of a destructive force, or even what destruction she causes at that point for Araragi to make that decision. I don't even like want to know. I mean, considering her feelings towards Araragi, I don't know. I could see her maybe getting a bit yandere and going after Senjo, or I don't know. Like I don't even want to think like what he's gonna end up doing. I mean, when it comes to, oh, what was his name? Kachinawa? Big Snake dude, which I have some thoughts about, because I just gone through and skimmed through the episode just so I could like condense my thoughts a bit easier, just because it's a lot to go through. Yeah, Kuchinawa, like these favors that she's gonna have her do because she killed. Of course, we know the ritual she did, you know, pretty much like chopping up the snakes and like crucifying the snakes at the shrine there when she was trying to deal with her Jagirinawa problem back then. I'm still curious about the one that got away and went back to who cast it, because we know about the charms, like the magic charms Kaiki was, you know, dealing out, but that I don't know, that specifically feels like something different. I mean, Nadeko during the episode talked about like, yeah, my relationship with, you know, Kaiki Daishu was very significant. Like he completely caused me to crumble away. It's like, no, like actually not me. It was the environment around me. Like she's like, no, does that make me sound like a victim? Actually, it was the environment around. Because you know that's a big thing too. We're gonna get to that, but yeah, it's because now you got Kuchinawa, and this is one of two things for me. And forgive me if this sounds crazy. This is after skimming through the episode and kind of observing a couple things. So I'll give some reasons for, especially for the second thing I'm about to say. The first thing I'm thinking of is that Shinobu back then, when she was, you know, talking about the energies that she felt at the shrine back in time, she referred to it as like one of her kind. Now you could take that to mean vampire, but you could also take that to mean apparition. Considering the size of Kuchinawa, may have been here for a while, like this apparition at this shrine. I mean, considering, you know, Memes in the World X, you know, putting the talisman to contain the energy there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that also could have been a precaution to maybe like keep Kiss Shot from jumping worlds or something. But I don't know. I think that's to do with Kuchinawa. Now, the second thing is, this might be a Tsubasa Tiger Arc thing. Kuchinawa could be an apparition stemming from Nadeko, and because like the first, like when she says like take off that blindfold, like you looked at, like look over here, you looked at me, Kuchinawa. And also like it's like, or maybe I shouldn't have used a roundabout word like a tone. And I know he says he hasn't talked with humans, but he's like, bad, that was my bad. I don't know, the way he like talked there was kind of the way Nadeko talked, like the way she talked, like, oh, I shouldn't say like the victim, like I'm sorry. Or like how she'd apologized to Araragi on the phone when she was saying I look forward to it. She's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I don't know, it just made me think of her. It just reminded me of her when I just skimmed back just now. So I don't know, maybe there's something to that. It could be tied to her, but I think could be the first one. I think what she did specifically, because this is like the snake shrine, like this is the Hebi, I forget the full name, but you know, it's the snake shrine. Like that, this apparition is here and is probably the one that they felt, the energies they felt of back then, I think is also likely. And just that Nadeko's actions caused it to have her to atone, or just how he later phrased it, to do favors for him. So that's like, yeah, it's very fucked up. I don't know, because then you get into like Nadeko's thing personally. So I'm glad that this is from her perspective, like she's the narrator, we're like seeing her thoughts, like how we got with Kanekawa, and it's very telling too. So yeah, you have, you know, Nadeko then going to school and talking about how she's quote unquote depressed. She's going to school ever since back in June, and then you flash back to the events of Bake when Araragi saves her, you know about her feelings, of course, and she kind of suffers over it, like she wants to be closer to him. We even saw in the opening, like I always wanted, like she wanted to be like in Shinobu's position, to be next to him, to be there with him, but she hasn't had the opportunity. Like again, we haven't really seen her, like Araragi saved her in Bake. He was kind of there with her in Nisa, and then that was it, you know. It was like the only chance she had to be close to him. And so I can see her like maybe getting a bit yandere-ish, from like maybe wanting like look at me, like pay attention to me, like becoming a wrongdoer, even like not wanting him to look at her as a victim, like to become the wrongdoer just to like as a result of that. And just I don't know, it's wherever this goes, that leads Nadeko to do whatever she does, and like to get that powerful, and just whatever destruction she causes or the wrongdoing she does to whoever. I have a feeling it's going to be very serious, of course, like for Araragi to react how he does there. And you know, her thoughts regarding it, like I wanted him to come to kill me, to come to see me, like it's so yeah. And then on like while she's saying, you get Ogi Yoshino. So it starts off, she comes in like apparently looking for Hachikuji, but she almost is gonna hit Nadeko, and then does this crazy like jump maneuver to eat shit like on the concrete, which I think it was, you know, very nice of her to like go out of her way to even hurting herself to not hurt Nadeko. I mean, it shows something about her character, I think. The fact that she knows Nadeko, even though Nadeko doesn't know her, she's like, oh shit, I fucked up. I went about this the wrong way. Yeah, her being his niece explains a lot. Why she's weird in a good way, but I don't know, she's interesting because again, just to reiterate from before, I mean, this isn't much of a theory. It's not like a big brain theory because it's literally the only place in the story we haven't seen her that it gets alluded to is the events before spring break, like whatever Araragi goes through back then that is apparently very significant, like as impactful, like the things he later goes through that we've seen according to Hanekawa. Yeah, so yeah, I'm of course I want to know about more of the deal between her and Araragi and why she's like going after Hachikuji or her like the weird remarks she makes like, oh, I only need Araragi like for Nadeko, like, and she kind of gets a little meta too, like saying like not quite as fourth wall breaking as Hachikuji. That's a whole other level, but her being like, you know, like, oh, is your life like not much like a story, or is like, or yours is like a side story, you know, like it's, I don't know, she's which I think is part of it too. Maybe that Nadeko feels like hers isn't significant enough. Like, I don't know. It's I mean, she's certainly gone through a lot, of course. But like when tying into like getting Araragi's like attention and what she's gone through, because again, like why she's been feeling depressed about that, and also like reflecting on Kaiki and what he did, and her saying like, yeah, like I never properly met him, but we have a big connection. Like she said it went off path and crumbled down, but then she says like, no, like does that make me sound like a victim? Because again, she's going through this like roundabout, just kind of like mental loop of like of that, and like, you know, referring like even when Ogi Yoshino left, like oh, I felt like my time was stolen from me, but then it's like, oh shit, like I don't know, it's I like getting this characterization for her because I mean before now, like not seeing too much of her, like we know how she feels, we know that like what had happened to her with the Jagiri Nawa, but like to see this now and like what apparently she becomes, and I mean for her to say to the snake apparition whose name keeps escaping me, Kuchinawa, that, you know, even if I'd known like what he was gonna do or what he wanted me to do, or if I knew all the facts, I still would have nodded yes. Just like getting into her, like her nature and her feelings, that's how it gets so volatile, like just due to the circumstances. But like saying like, I can't really blame anyone for what happened, but if we had a vote and it was a unanimous vote, everyone would probably blame Kaiki. I don't know, her mind state and just like the way she's kind of like indirectly like dancing around these kind of ideas is it's relatable for me, because it's like the kind of like overthinking, self-reflection, just mental loop that I kind of get stuck in at times. It doesn't really go anywhere and could probably just be solved by facing things in a more direct and honest way. But yeah, talking about since then, like it's led to the depressing school life I have now, all those events back then, artificial tranquility. So yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. I look forward to seeing where all this is gonna go, like what these favors are gonna be and how like bad it's going to be. But I kind of skipped over like Ogi Yoshino because we had the whole like victim wrongdoer thing, and like are you a victim? Like do you look at yourself like I don't know, her wisdom is very like again, it's super like of course being the niece of Meme, being how she is, but saying people aren't victims forever, that there are times when they're wrongdoers. I just went back right now to see the quote, because it definitely seems like Nadeko's gonna become the wrongdoer, like for through the favors or for her own reasons. Like I look forward to seeing more, you know, more characterization for her. I'm digging that, like what she's gonna end up doing and how Araragi's gonna handle that. This is definitely gonna fill in some gaps. I mean, the fact that Araragi wasn't healing in the very beginning, kind of implying that either that the wound itself is just not being able to heal just due to her like state of becoming like ascended as an apparition, as Shinobu said, like regarding, I think they mentioned like the poison or how she wounded him before. Because at that point, it doesn't seem like the pact between them is severed, Araragi and Oshino. Because I know like their proximity and kind of their bond is like what helped him heal before. With her saying like I wanted him to come and kill me, or I wanted to be in Shinobu's like place, like to be next to him. We're gonna watch Nadeko become the wrongdoer. His take that agency, and I don't know. We'll see, dude. It's gonna get real fucked up, I'm sure. So I think that's all I gotta say. I think it's a really good setup, even though I can see how bad it's gonna fucking get. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're seeing this on YouTube and you want early access to the next few episodes of Monogatari second season, they are up right now on my Patreon for $5. You get early access to all that. The link is in the description. Early access to all that, including my gaming stuff, all the series I do. Yeah, most of all, once again, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.